gentlemen, it's your boy Frankiehardworkshow with another video. And this video is about Cowboy. Basically, Cowboy Breaks His Silence Part 2 just dropped this morning. Just dropped not too long ago. And I happened to wake up and I caught it, and I watched some of it. You know, it's not that long as Part 1. But and I just want to say something before I go any further. I feel like they took too long to drop it, you ask me. I think they waited way too long to drop this Part 2 because it just seemed like now it's just, I'm not going to say it's not irrelevant, but so much information been put out since then. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like I feel like they waited too long. So how you feel about that? Do you think that has something to do with clout? Who knows? Shout outs to them though. You know what I mean? Shout outs to them for doing whatever they did with the interview. But anyway, I want to get back to the whole point. So I watched the Cowboy interview in Part 2, and from the rip, they played half of the old interview, and then they start playing his. So one of the questions that was asked was the fact of like, how people dealing with it now. Like how do people deal with it now? How do you feel about people looking at y'all a certain way? So he was pretty much saying like, look, bottom line, everybody had their position. Everybody had a smaller position in there. Nipsey treated everybody pretty much equally. It wasn't no reason for them to even try to like take his spot because they wouldn't be able to. And, I respect that comment right there because, Nipsey was a special type of dude. You know what I'm saying? That engine didn't get rolling without him. So, he was like the blood to that engine. He was the oil to that engine. So it didn't pretty much go nowhere without him. So that was a good answer that he gave. But he also, like this interview, he wasn't really talking about like stuff like that. One part that I agree with him on was the part, of how people need to check their little, check people, check homies, check your homies, or whoever, youngest, whatever. If they stepping on the line, do what you need to do. Handle your business, because at the same time, a lot of this stuff is because the older G's is not stepping up and checking some of these young niggas or even schooling some of them. So I respected that, to what he said about that. This interview wasn't really that informative, It wasn't really talking about that. He was asking a different bunch of questions. But one of the things that I like is the fact that what he said about the dude that came, the picture, that prolific picture. You see that prolific picture? He says it was some Hispanic dude. It'd have been dope if he'd have shot him out though. Like he should have shot a dude out that made that. It'd have been dope if he shot it out. But dude took 10 hours a day to do that. That was a dope mural right there too, and that was a big one. And shout out to Cowboy on that one for actually picking that spot and doing what he did. He said that he treated it before they painted it, like he covered up the little gang spots and stuff like that. So that was dope. You know what I mean? Shout out to him for that. And also, like the ending of the video. So yeah, I mean towards the end of the video, he was talking about the gang members and bringing the gangs together, which is also a dope thing that Nipsey, had something to do with. But he was gonna do that prior to that, but I'm guessing after that it brought them together. Eventually, they marched for him. They was actually at a store. So that was shout out to Nipsey on that one. Shout out to the Bloods and the Crips. But they also asked him about another spot. And see, that's why I feel like this interview took too long. Because since this interview, so many things happened with that store. The store closed down. You know what I mean? They don't plan on opening it up no time soon. They got the online business running. So that's why I feel like they took too long to wait for this second part of the video. I think they should have been dropped it like about at least a week or 2 weeks out there. A month, that was just too long. That's just me. That was entirely too long. So towards the end, they also asked him about the question that everybody want to know, and pretty much everybody got the answer already. But I want to talk about that part because he pretty much was saying that, that camera is for the like employees or probably the owners 9 times out of 10 to look into that camera to see if, what's going on in the store and things like that. So he was saying like it wasn't really it didn't record. And, that was kind of strange to me. And I'm not saying that he did anything or had anything to do with anything, but it was just kind of strange to me. Like, because I know in my business, the camera that we have, it goes to your phone. If I'm home, I can look through the camera and I could see what's going on inside of the barbershop in the business. I could see what's going on in there. But also, you have an option where, see, maybe he don't know. Maybe he don't know. But it's an option where you can rewind what happened on there. You can, like, rewind and go back and see what happened on there. You can also record. This is option that you can record on there. It's just a different amount of options that you can do to actually see what was going on prior and during that moment that happened with Nipsey. So I'm confused about that. Maybe at the time he didn't know. Because like I said, it's an old interview. So maybe at the time he didn't know, but then I've been hearing lately that they haven't recorded none of this stuff. Like, no, they have no recordings of dude walking up. They have no recording of car pulling off. They haven't recording of none of this stuff. So once again, that leads me into this whole case. It's strange to me because they don't have a lot of evidence. And then the people that's talking about Eric Holder, they're not, like, it's to me like with the girl. She's saying she's seen all this. Right? She's seen all this. And it was impossible for her to see all this. That's why I feel like they're going to eat her alive. Then everybody else that's talking about it, they're not really saying that he did it. Like, it's saying, like, it's just the way they talking about the story, it just don't sound good to me. It just sounds real weird to me. So I just don't want nobody's heart to be broken off of this situation. But I feel like this gonna be, I don't know, man. It's gonna be strange. But I'm gonna make another part to this video because I'm in a rush right now. But it's your boy Frankie Hard Work. Like, comment, subscribe, and let me know how you feel about this part just now.